How's it going, everyone? The PlayStation Store has kicked off brand new deals as a part of their summer sale. There's a couple of good deals. It's not like a hefty influx of deals. There was about 250 deals added, which isn't the craziest thing in the world, but still want to cover it and want to look at some of the games under the price of $5 that I would recommend. These are some lower key titles and some notable titles as well, but if you're on a tight budget, definitely some good games to check out. So let's get right into it, and I want to kick things off with a Bastion, which is 75% off for $3.74. I feel like everybody's played Bastion, but you know what? This game came out back in 2008, and as I always like to put things in perspective, an audience back then has matured quite a bit and maybe broadened their gaming horizons or even gotten into video games, so who knows? Bastion, when it came out, it was huge on the Xbox Arcade. It's been ported to a bunch of different platforms since then. It's pretty much available on everything, but it's a great game. It was really Supergiant Games' coming out party, and the game has just aged tremendously well. If you want to look at games that have stood the test of time, I mean, 13 years isn't the craziest amount of time in the world, but Bastion has definitely still held up as one of the best downloadable titles you can pick up. Art style's tremendous, narration is great. I honestly think the narrator in this game, I don't know who he is, but he did a fantastic job with the storytelling in Bastion. I just thought that was great. Combat's pretty good, and overall a really good game for $3.74, would strongly recommend it. Next up, we have Night School Studios' Oxenfree, which is 65% off for $3.49. I love this game. This is one of those hidden gems that I always like to go to bat for, and somehow I love this game, and I didn't know until yesterday that there's a sequel in development that was announced back in like April, and it's just been confirmed it's going to be coming to PS4 and PS5 as well, so that's super exciting. Oxenfree is a great story-driven game. By the way, the studio that did do it is composed of some of the people that worked on some of the Telltale games, so you can see where they got some of their inspiration from. Art style's great, really good coming-of-age story, and I have to say, a lot of relatable characters. Like, I played this game back in 2015, I believe it came out, 2015 or 2016. I got it right around release. And the characters just came across super relatable. Like, the character interactions especially is very similar to what I would have done with other people when they were younger. Obviously, there are some supernatural elements that are introduced and things like that, so things do go awry, but overall the game is quite good, and $3.49 is a great pickup on it. Next up, Batman Return to Arkham, $4.99, that's 75% off. This is just a slam dunk great deal. It's Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, and again, those two games I would have assumed everybody's played, but to date it a little bit, Arkham Asylum came out in August of 2009. It's been 12 years since Batman Arkham Asylum has come out, and that is just mind-boggling to me. I remember leading up to the release of that game where people were memeing on it, being like, another superhero game that's gonna be trash, and then Rocksteady outdid themselves and delivered a fantastic game. Great combat system, great story, and a game that really did Batman justice. In my opinion, Arkham City is even better than that, expanding the world a little bit, and Arkham City to me is the best game in the entire Arkham franchise, so $4.99 for this is excellent. A lot of additional content as well and replayability, so definitely worth checking out for $5. Next up, sticking with the superhero theme, Injustice 2 is 75% off for $4.99. As you guys probably know, these days I am not huge on fighting games, but Injustice 2 is one with a bit of depth to it, and one that I, as a more of a casual fighting game fan, did get into. Now, I'm not even like a big superhero guy, so it's not like I gravitate towards these characters all that much, but if you do, that's going to make the game even better. Has a quality single-player component as well, so overall, a well-made fighting game that is $4.99. There is a Legendary Edition available with a bunch of additional content. That version is not on sale, so that's a bit of a bummer. But the base game for $5 is still quite good, especially if you're just looking for a casual fighting game where you can invite a couple of buddies over and have a good time with it, or even play it solo. I think you are going to enjoy it. Next up, Strider, 80% off for $2.99. Of course, a newer version of the classic Capcom franchise that's been around for a long time. This game came out, I want to say 2014. I remember it being a PlayStation Plus title, I believe. I believe that's how I got the game, as a Plus freebie, but obviously that was around release. But Strider's a great action platformer, pretty good visuals, and it does harken back to the original game quite a bit. If you're a fan of action platformers, you're going to enjoy it, and $3 for the game is a steal. I mean, I know these styles of games aren't for everyone, but I always enjoy games like this, games like Mega Man. They're right up my alley, and you know, if you like side-scrolling action, you're probably gonna dig Strider quite a bit, and you can jump right in. You don't need to have knowledge of the previous games either. Next up, we have Transistor from another Supergiant Games title, which is $4.99. Transistor is another great game from Supergiant, and Supergiant could have taken the easy route after releasing Bastion and done something very similar to it, but that's the thing about Supergiant. They keep doing games that are all excellent, but quite a bit different than each other, even if some of the thematics are similar. Like them going for a very unique art style and things like that. They always go for a unique art style, and Transistor has that as well. The world of Transistor is just gorgeous to look at. Another game that's aged really well in this sci-fi themed action RPG. You've got a futuristic city, a pretty cool combat system, and a really good story to boot as well. Overall, just a really well-made game. It's Supergiant. All of their games are excellent. How you want to rank them, like me personally, I think everybody actually would say Hades is the best, and that goes to show, like, they've been leveling up with each game. To me, Bastion is always going to have a special place in my heart just because I played it so long ago, and when I was younger, I remember just absolutely adoring that game, and I even beat it relatively recently, a few years ago. But yeah, Transistor is also right up there as one of the best Supergiant games. Definitely worth checking out. From a combat standpoint, story standpoint, visual standpoint, and music standpoint, it's quite good. Lastly, I want to give a shout out to Playdead's Limbo, which is 75% off for $249. I know I've said this about quite a few games on this list, but another game I feel like everybody and their mother has played, but hey, it came out so long ago that yes, a lot of people have grown up since then, and maybe they missed out on Limbo. Limbo, much like Bastion, was all the rage when it came out back in, I want to say 09 or something like that. Just a very dark platformer that maybe you're not going to understand it right away, but as you play more and more of it, things start to come together in Limbo, and you see that Playdead's artistic representation in this game is top-notch. It's one of the best games from that standpoint. In my opinion, Inside is better, which is Playdead's second title, but Limbo, a lot of people think Limbo is better, so really, it's, you know, picking your favorite kid at that point if you're talking about Limbo versus Inside. They're both very good, darker platformers, and one game that probably will stick with you for a while right after you beat it. Not the lengthiest game in the world, but hey, you're not spending an absurd amount of money on it. It's $2.49 right now, so that is a great deal. And that's going to wrap up this one again. A lot of great deals available right now in the PlayStation Store. Not the biggest, you know, addition from this wave of games being added. It was around 280 games or something like that that was added, which isn't the craziest thing in the world, but still some solid deals, and these all under $5 I think are quite good. So check them out. I mean, Batman Return to Arkham, if you don't have that, I feel like that is the best buy maybe in the entire sale. $5 for that is just ridiculous. And lower key titles, like for those of you that have played a lot of games, maybe you missed out on a game like Oxenfree. I would really recommend it. And you know, this is a game that I've seen people in the comment section before after I've recommended it. People told me they've picked it up and they really dug it. So if you want something that's more on the story heavy side, that is something that you're probably gonna enjoy. But let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.